Women's semifinal of this 1992 U.S. Open. The number 5 seed Arantxa Sanchez Vicario entering the stadium court with number 9 Manuela Maleeva. And Sanchez Vicario, perhaps the most consistent player in the women's draw so far this year. She is very ready to try and get into the final here at the 92 Open. We'll be back after this word from your local station. Vicario and Manuela Maleeva, and the perfect temperature for this. 72 degrees. The weather is superb today. You know, we've had rain certainly yesterday affecting the entire program, but today it is perfect, and our forecast calls for mostly sunny skies. We can also forecast some outstanding live tennis today. Hello once again, everyone. I'm Tim Ryan here in our studio tucked underneath the stadium, and welcome back to our continuing live coverage of championship weekend. Coming up, as we said, the women's semifinals. Monica Seles will meet Mary Jo Fernandez following this match. Because of the lateness of the tennis we've been watching today, you'll see the highlights of that tonight on U.S. Open Late Night. And it'll be Arantxa Sanchez Vicario and Manuela Maleeva coming up next on the stadium court. It will tell us not only who advances to tomorrow's final, but also which of the two tennis dynasties reigns supreme, the Sanchezes or the Maleevas. As Andrea Joyce reports, when siblings do their quibbling on the courts, as they have here, the toughest tournament in tennis becomes even tougher on the families.
In this election year, it seems appropriate the family values theme has dominated the U.S. Open.
We are family. I got all my sisters with me.
Pick up a draw sheet and you'll find Maleeva, Washington's younger sister, in the junior tournament, along with the cousin of Goran Ivanisevic. Now, family support can be great at a big tournament like this, unless, of course, your last name is Sanchez or Maleeva. And then you give a whole new meaning to the phrase sibling rivalry. Brotherly love was the ultimate victor in a third-round match between Javier and Emilio Sanchez. Still a brutal day for the brothers and a murderous one for Mom.
She's really emotional, very nervous, so she prefers not to watch.
What could be worse? Well, how about 3 Maleevas in the same half of the draw? That forced Maggie and Manuela to collide in the quarters. But at least the baby of the family had a sense of humor, losing to her oldest sister.
I warmed up with her husband. Now that he's married, he needs a girlfriend.
With the families reunited, no longer divided across the net, the two clans will concentrate their efforts on defending the family name. Now it's Sanchez against Maleeva.
Well, here I am in the semis. It's a good feeling.
I played a couple of times against Manuela, and the last times I always beat her, so I know what I have to do, and I just have to play my own game.
Look out! Sister, you better look out!
All right. Well, here we are live now, and we'll send it up to Pat Summerall, Tony Trabert, and Mary Carrillo for this first women's semifinal. Sanchez Vicario, Maleeva in just a moment.
At the USTA's National Tennis Center, day like it's supposed to be here in the early autumn. Tony Trabert, Pat Summerall, and Mary Carrillo. And Tony, Sanchez Vicario, what's your opinion?
Well, she's a tremendous little athlete. She is feisty. She covers a lot of court. She is playing extremely well, and she's versatile. She can do a lot of different things. She's not really what you'd call just mechanical. And she has a love, a verve for this game. As you can see, her road to this position, lost a set in the first round and then breezed and actually just killed Zina Garrison 6-love, 6-1. I still don't think Zina was feeling well. And then beat Steffi Graf 7-6, 6-3. That's a tremendous effort to get to this point, having played that well.
And Mary, Manuela Maleeva, your thoughts?
She is just so solid. She really is very, very tough on the baseline. This is the first time she's ever been in a Grand Slam semifinal, so she has not nearly the experience as her opponent, which could count for an awful lot. But, you know, we saw that Sanchez Vicario beat Zina Garrison and Graf. Zina Garrison gave her an awful lot of targets, and she made use of them. And Steffi Graf gave Arantxa Sanchez Vicario 49 errors, 2 sets worth. Maleeva Franier will not give her that. She's too solid.
15 low.
Now, she was destined to meet Martina Navratilova, but of course her kid sister Maggie knocked her out of the way. She had to beat Maggie Maleeva in the quarterfinals to get here. Maggie had to retire in that match.
Maleeva Franier serving at 15 love. They're underway.
The wind has picked up too. It's got to be a little gusty down there. Arantxa, I think, played an out ball there, but she had the entire court. Thought she could handle it, but she didn't.
Temperature of 72 degrees. I couldn't ask for better than that. Humidity has dropped down to 54%. The wind north 12 miles an hour, mostly sunny the forecast. The wind might be gusting, as Tony Trabert said, a little bit stronger than that on occasion. Certainly swirling down on this stadium court.
One of the reasons I thought of the wind immediately is we see the toss here on Maleeva Franier. It's a very high toss. And if it is gusty down there, that ball can be blown around by the gusts of wind, and that can create problems for her on her serve.
This woman, Arantxa's mom, is so busy at the Grand Slam event. She's got 3 kids running around the joint playing singles, doubles, mixed doubles, parcheesi. She's everywhere.
Yeah, I chatted with her through Arantxa yesterday. She was cute. So I get very nervous. Long.
It's unusual for Maleeva Franier to give up these unforced errors in the opening game. Usually she plays a very, very solid, clean baseline game.
Has to be
and is
nervous.
Very stingy with those. Yeah, I think so. She's beaten her 2 of the 3 times they've met because she is so solid. Sanchez Vicario tends to try to do more things and is in the end more dangerous than she.
Game to Sanchez Vicario.
First game.
She wins the first game, first set.
You're coming to learn a brand new sport. It's called tennis. Hardcourt tennis.
Come on, baby, move those feet, move those feet. Go!
Introducing Hardcourt by Reebok. Tennis, anyone?
Vicario serving. Maleeva Franier on the lower baseline. Late call, but no great argument.
I asked Manuela yesterday what it was like playing her sister. She said, neither one of us liked it, and we're just glad it's over. And I said, did your mom watch? I said, no, she left. I asked her about the feeling of being in the semis of a Grand Slam for the first time, and she said, I feel very good. and I feel very confident. And I sort of healthy physically, you know, well. And he said, "Yeah, I'm just fine. I'm looking forward to a good match."
I'm surprised to see Maleeva Frenier in this kind of shape, because I happened to fly up with her a couple of days before the U.S. Open began, and we flew from Orlando to LaGuardia Airport together, about 10 minutes away from here, and her ankle, her right ankle, looked just awful. She had sprained it in practice the day before, and it was distended and kind of purplish looking, and she had asked for a late start here at the Open and was getting treatment here the days before the Open began. She wasn't sure she could compete.
Here's another look and testing the ankle right here. Manuela does a good job, gets it down the line, not quite deep enough. And there's the taped ankle, as you can see. Terrific forehand stretched out there. That's the family. We've kidded all throughout the tournament about every place you turn there's a Maleeva.
Well, Katerina Maleeva was a 15th seed. She's the middle Maleeva. And she lost to a very good young American player, Chanda Rubin. Manuela was saying the other day that the first time, because she's gotten so far in this tournament, her first Grand Slam semi, Bulgaria was going to be showing live this match back home.
And her guess sister, who's doing it? Yeah.
Yeah, her sister Katerina, who flew home a few days ago. Manuela was thinking that Katerina was going to be asked to call the match from Bulgaria, from Sofia. Going to be quite a battle. Both these two have such strong backhands, and they like their cross-court backhands. So it'll be strength to strength, really, in this match.
I think we'll see Arantxa try to come in some. She'd been working with a guy I used to play against from Australia, Mervyn Rose, who's been trying to teach her to be more aggressive and how to volley well and cover the net. There's Mervyn Rose on the left. I was kidding Arantxa. I said, you know, how can you play this kind of tennis coached by a bum like that? I used to play 100 years ago. And she laughed. And I said, he was always dumb. She laughed. She said, well, you know, as you get older, you get smarter.
You look much younger than he.
Thank you.
You've kept that innocent look that he lacks.
Can be deceiving looks. Super shot.
Manuela misjudged that high forehand. She didn't get it as solidly as she had hoped. This one right here, she didn't get a good piece of this. See, she hit way out in the end of the racket, so she didn't have much pace on it, and so Arantxa had a lot of choices.
François Fournier is a Swiss, and now that Manuela has married him, they've been married the last couple of years, she plays for Switzerland in Federation Cup and at the Olympics.
There's a look at the women's singles draw.
And it's amazing to me that the second, third, and fourth seeds on the women's side, Steffi Graf, Martina Navratilova, Gabby Sabatini, are out. That doesn't happen much in women's tennis. And the top 4 seeds on the guys are in.
The winner of this will play Celis or Fernandez, and you'll see highlights of that game, that match tonight. One of our highlights at 11:30 Eastern Time. 3-love. First set.
And now this tournament summary, sponsored by AT&T. More ways to help you stay in touch.
Jim Grab and Richie Brenneberg won the men's doubles title earlier here on the stadium court. Stefan Edberg advanced to the semifinals, the first time the top 4 seeds in the semis have gotten that far since 1985. The last 9 games in the tiebreak of Edberg and Lindell took 58 minutes. Lindell 0-4 this year. National Tennis Center. Women's semifinal match. Sanchez Vicario leading 3-love first set. 15-all.
Bad start from Maleeva Fournier. Obviously, she's nervous. She's already had 8 unforced errors in 3 games.
Oh! 15-30.
That's wide.
Not what she was trying to do, but she'll take it.
16-40.
Yeah, at this point, Maleeva Fournier doesn't do enough with this volley, so she's just basically forced to defend the net on the next. The Bulgarian backhand volley there didn't do much, so she had to back it up.
30-40.
Break points here would be very important for Manuela to help her get back on track here.
Sanchez Vicario up 3-love. First set.
Game 11-1.
First set.
Sanchez Vicario.
Tony, we'd like to, and Mary, we'd like to send our best along to Arthur Ashe, who we understand was hospitalized here in New York last night. An angina, chest pains, angina related, not related to the AIDS virus. Arthur, who always had a way of getting things done, has been very active of late.
Yeah, he said hopefully you go home either this evening or tomorrow. He has been all over the place trying to raise money for his AIDS Foundation. He was down in Washington a couple days ago supporting Haitians who were being returned, and was arrested and, of course, let out right away. And then he did a kids clinic. So he's been all over the place, and I just hope he takes it easy and gets better.
15-40.
We love you, Arthur.
That's the key.
Our best is wife Jeannie and little camera too.
$30.
It's her only double.
That's what's so good about Sanchez Vicario. Every player now is practicing their short game, practicing the volleys. After watching what Sabatini was able to do, a confirmed baseline, her changed everything. But very few people are willing, as Arantxa is, to actually make use of it. You know, they leave all their newfound skills on the practice court. Sanchez Vicario takes it on the match court. Part of the reason why she's playing her very best tennis. Just 2 weeks ago, she beat Monica Seles for the Canadian Open title.
She still has a break point here. One just got away.
Second double fault. Sanchez Vicario leads 4-1 in the first set. They've been saying,
I'll give you a statistic on that stuff. That water last year, 1,893,408 ounces consumed here at the U.S. Open.
Water?
Just the water. That water right there.
Boy, that's good stuff.
Over 37,000 hamburgers. Here's one you like, over 2,000 large tubs of Haagen-Dazs ice cream.
They put it away here, I'll tell you.
I think Manuela is starting to hit the ball a little bit better. Still frustrated at the score. She hasn't held her serve. It's 4-1. She got one break but was broken right back.
Sanchez Vicario tries real hard to stay in this point. Needs a 360 turnaround there, but puts herself in a tough position. Can't have the final say on there, Allie. And now is serving at break point.
Service break.
Vicario leads 4-2.
Maleeva Frenier. Now let's go down to Andrea Joyce.
Well, Pat, there's nothing unusual about people using small furry things for good luck. Lots of people have rabbit's feet. Well, Arantxa Sanchez Vicario has a slightly bigger good luck charm, just as soft and just as furry, though. This is Roland Garros, named for the stadium in Paris after she won the French Open in '89. And it seems logical if she should win here, she'd get another dog and name him Flushing Meadow. And if she keeps playing the way she has, who knows? It may be impossible to get a seat down here in the Sanchez box. Back to you guys.
Her friends gave her that dog when she won it 3 years ago. She could name it Louis Armstrong. That's the name of this stadium. Could be a better name.
There was some of the volleying technique that Mervyn Rose has worked on with Arantxa. Good wrist snap there. Here she saws off this nice angle volley, and Manuela cannot get to it. How well she moves.
This is really unbelievable. There's only been one hold of serve so far in the first 6 games, and this looks like another break. Not the highest quality stuff so far.
You got to feel for Maleeva Frenier a little bit. She is nervous. You can tell that. She's not playing with the same abandon or the same consistency.
Love 40. That is a very high toss.
Yeah. I'm surprised that Mervyn Rose does not work with her on that.
She's actually got 2 coaches as well. We shouldn't forget Eduardo Osta, who also travels with her, and he's been with her a couple of years now.
Game to Sanchez Vicario. She leads 5-2, first set. Tony Trabert and Mary Carrillo. Sanchez Vicario serving, leading 5-2, first set of this women's semifinal.
Arantxa set up for that one very, very nicely. She positioned herself well behind the ball when it bounced so she could slide forward and get her body weight into her overhead smash.
Sit for serve.
See, Arantxa has a little ball clip, that ball holder in her back, and that saves her from having to get another ball from the Alliance of Ball People.
But she just did that and left the ball in there.
15 all.
No, but see, she served a let cord. So she needs 2 balls, so she wants to get another one to have the first serve and that one for her second serve. It's a pretty convenient little gadget.
30-15.
Really a terrific contrast in the ball toss that Arantxa has and the one that Manuela has. You watch Arantxa, hers is just up high enough where she can stretch and be fully extended to hit it.
There's the first set. Something of a rout. Maleeva Frenier is still not comfortable. 30 minutes into this match.
One more game, not a changeover.
And high up above us, the Fuji blimp. One of the largest in the skies today. 194 feet long, carries enough helium to inflate over 750,000 toy balloons. In case you want to try that trick. That took place just moments ago. So did that just before Lindell and Edberg. And in the grandstand earlier today, the mixed doubles final, Provis and Woodford crowned champions.
Really nicely done.
15 all.
Mom liked it. Watch the athletic ability here, how well Arantxa gets in position. Swinging half volley for a winner. You know, the loser in the semifinals will get a check for $125,000.
15-30.
It's her third double. I do think you can attribute some of that to her toss. You toss a ball that high, there's no way you can toss it the same way all the time. I had a friend in California that tossed like that, and when he'd hit it, he'd say, "Nice get." See how high that toss was.
Just been a miserable day for Manuela Maleeva Frenier. There are only 3 winners, 18 unforced errors in that first set, and she's starting off set 2.
Down 2 break points.
Yep.
Vicario, first game, second set.
We'll be back at the U.S. Open after this word from your local station. And on the stadium court, Sanchez Vicario, the top. Maleeva Frenier at the bottom. And so far, that's been about the way her game has gone. That's why. The way it stands right now in this women's semifinal. Don't forget Super Saturday tomorrow coming up. 2 men's semis, the women's final. We'll begin that tomorrow at 11 o'clock Eastern Time. What a day of tennis that's going to be.
15 all.
Again,
excuse me.
Yeah, she's a lot less used to this than her opponent. First time she's ever made it this far.
30-15.
First ace.
Tough to tell. Manuela is totally frustrated at the moment. She played poorly. And if you could whisper in her ear, you might say, forget about the lines.
30.
It's 40-30. Sanchez Vicario won the first set 6-2.
Great job. What an interesting point put together by Sanchez Vicario. She's taking Manuela Maleeva Frenier out of her favorite hitting zone. She too likes it just about waist high. Nice crisp ball. But Sanchez Vicario is throwing spins at her. She's throwing lobs. She's going for power when she's in a good enough position. She's just totally skunking her.
She looks very confident, with good reason.
Yeah. Maleeva Frenier is normally, again, she's such a crafty opponent, very heady player. So for her to be wandering around out there on stadium court without any real assured look on her face, without any real plan, I don't see any kind of plan out there right now from her.
Once again, tomorrow, Super Saturday here on CBS begins at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Both the men's semifinals. First will be Edberg and Chang, and then the women's championship after that. One of these two will be in that championship. And then to finish the day, Jim Courier, Pete Sampras. And that all heads us toward the men's championship on Sunday. And that's all on CBS.
Mary, you said a moment ago that you didn't feel like Manuela had any game plan. You know, she's missed so many of her favorite shots, like her forehand. She's gotten, I think, totally frustrated. I think she's got to try to keep the ball in play a little bit more and see if she can work her way into the match.
Yeah, that's true. She hasn't held serve yet. Broken 5 straight times. On course to have that happen again. She's serving at under 50%. Getting killed on second serve.
Another break point.
I like Arantxa's pace around the court. She's eager. She's on top of things. You never see her walking with a slump. She's tough. This is a tough point for both players. Change of pace right here. This drop shot got her in trouble. It was too deep. Manuela way out of position there.
That's just great hustle from Arantxa. She's so alert out there today. This was only the first game that was even brought to deuce off Pranier's serve. She wants this game too.
Second set. In the stadium. Sanchez Vicario serving. That's 38-8. She leads 3-love second set, won the first set. Second ace. Minutes have elapsed so far in this one. Shortest matches this year. 45 minutes. Sanchez Vicario in 2 of those. 49 her second longest.
She's played really, really well. I mean, for her to be that dismissive of some pretty good players.
That's why.
And I feel strongly that if you are going to lose, at least when I played and I had any kind of a crowd around me, my feeling was if you're going to lose, lose quickly. Lose entertainingly.
Oh, that's one way to look at it.
This isn't really great entertainment, though, only because Pranier has so much more game than she is showing today. I feel for her. This should have been a lot more competitive.
Yeah, I agree. I feel sorry for her because she'll feel badly if she doesn't play better and sort of make this more of a match. She'll feel like she let all the people down, the viewers, the spectators, and you know, herself. We've all been there, so it's not easy. It's easy to be critical up here. I think that's what she needs to do, though, is to keep that ball in play and see if she can eventually get into the match some. She made so many quick errors in the first part of the match.
Sanchez Vicario, though, is a strong front runner. Not much let up in her.
Second set. The NFL on CBS continues. The before kickoff.
One of the things you talk about, a player having a complete game, if you can serve and volley or rally from the baseline. It gives you some options. It gives you several different game plans. When you're Maleeva Frenier and basically can play just from the baseline, if that doesn't work, and it hasn't worked here, there's nothing she can do. Those are the type of shots we expected to see off of her forehand. Really a very good weapon normally.
She's got beautiful strokes. All the Maleeva sisters are so well taught from their mother, Yulia Berberian, who is the champion for years, national champion back in Bulgaria.
9 years in a row, I believe.
Yep. First chance for Frenier to hold.
Game Maleeva Frenier.
Game Maleeva Frenier. 4-1, second set.
Vicario leads 4-1.
And now this tournament summary, sponsored by AT&T. More ways to help you stay in touch.
Tournament summary: Courier against Sampras and Edberg against Chang. That's in the semifinals tomorrow. Edberg's 5th semifinal in the last 8 Grand Slams. Sanchez Vicario's dog named Roland Garros. Not kidding. Really? Sanchez Vicario won the first set 6-2. She's up 4-1.
She just wasn't quite tall enough to reach this one right here. Did her best and then wouldn't even quit. Hoped to get back to get it, but she wasn't able to. Impressed at the length that Arantxa is getting on her ground stroke so much of the time. So often when you hit a little extra topspin, the ball lands short. She is getting wonderful length, particularly on her off her two-handed side.
Very dejected.
I think I saw that stat that Arantxa's getting 83% of her serves in. Manuela 54. Huge difference. Well, just nothing's going right for her.
No focus, you know. She's trying. You can see her fighting
for
this.
sure. And we've seen her play so beautifully.
Yes. But Sanchez Vicario has really taken her out of her game. She feels, look at all that. She feels she can't stay on the baseline because she's not being consistent enough. Now she's trying to get out to the net where she's not terribly comfortable.
Game Sanchez Vicario. She leads 5-1.
5-1. Second set. And again, let's send you down to Andrea Joyce.
All right, I am with Arantxa's coach, Mervyn Rose. You started working with her this year. What's the biggest change you've noticed in her game?
Oh, well, we changed the serve. She's improved the serve a lot. We're getting coming to the net more often. She's volleying better, getting the ball early on the top of the bounce and hitting it harder and moving better. She's raised her whole game.
Any preference who she'll face in the finals, Salas or Fernandez?
No, we beat Salas last week in Montreal, but what people don't realise, she came over in the Liptons on this hard court and won that, didn't lose a serve or a set.
You think she's underestimated?
Well, she's just coming through. I mean, this is her favourite serve at the moment. We played Los Angeles, but she had 5 months on play and 2 days practice. We lost there. But then we won Montreal and we're going well here, but she just loves this serve. I think it's a faster service and she gets the ball early and on the rise and a true bounce is lovely.
She hasn't won a Grand Slam since the first, the '89 French. Do you feel like she's ready for a major breakthrough now?
She's only 20. She's got another 10 years at least. Well, Martini, she's got another 15.
Okay, thanks very much. Let's go back upstairs.
That Lipton tournament that Mervyn was speaking of, she did play beautifully, beating Sabatini and Capriati after Capriati had taken out Monica Seles. And again, she won the Canadian on the very same surface as this just a few weeks ago. She's playing her best ball.
That's a good effort by both players. Again, Maleeva Franier is doing everything she can to get in this thing.
Been out there an hour. Must seem longer to her.
And Sanchez Vicario has done everything she can to keep her out. She's had nothing to do with this match, Franier.
Get! 30-40.
Here's another point played very well by Arantxa. Watch her pick this volley off. The racket head right above the hand. Nicely done. And it gets her to match point.
Again, it's match point.
She has an answer for everything today, doesn't she?
She really does.
Really been in control.
Her last three opponents, and pretty good names, too, like Zina Garrison, Steffi Graf, and now the 9th seed.
Those aren't bad names.
Yeah.
Look where she comes now,
Yeah.
well inside the baseline. So I'd like to jump on this and get it over with.
Sanchez Vicario.
6-1.
2-1.
Her toughest round was her first round when she had to go 3 sets to get by Larissa Shevchenko. Since then, I mean, we don't even know how well she's playing because she hasn't even had to play her best tennis.
And right now, let's go down to Tim Ryan.
Thank you, Pat. Well, number 5, Arantxa Sanchez Vicario, continues to be the steadiest of all of the women competitors in this year's Women's U.S. Open draw, defeating number 9, Manuela Maleeva Franier, 6-2 and 6-1. She will now await the winner of Monica Seles and Mary Jo Fernandez. That match about to begin here on the stadium court in a few minutes' time. Due to our program commitments today and the tennis that started earlier today, including the conclusion of Edberg and Lendl, we will be unable to bring you the live coverage of Seles and Fernandez, but we'll have all of the highlights of that match tonight on U.S. Open Late Night. Now, here's a look at how it stacks up at the moment here. You've got now Sanchez Vicario advanced to the final to await the winner of Seles and Mary Jo Fernandez, and of course the final will be part of our Super Saturday coverage tomorrow. We'll be back here with more at the U.S. Open in just a moment. Please stay with us. We'll be talking with the winner of today's match, Arantxa Sanchez Vicario. And let's join Andrea Joyce with Arantxa.
All right, Tim, thank you. Arantxa, congratulations on another solid performance. If you continue to play this way, steamrolling your way through these matches, are you unbeatable in this tournament?
Well, I mean, I don't know, but I'm playing my best right now, and I think that I just gone to the court and thinking to play my best, and I feel very comfortable playing here, and I think that the crowd loves the way I'm playing, and they give me a lot of support, so I'm really happy because I'm going better and better all the time, and my dream come real, that is play the final of the U.S. Open, so I'm in the final right now, and I'm just going to try to win my second Grand Slam.
You will face either Monica Seles or Mary Jo Fernandez. Would you almost rather face Monica since you beat her a couple of weeks ago at the Canadian Open?
I don't mind. I mean, I play Mary Jo and I always beat her, and I play Monica and she beat me 9 times, and I beat her the last time in Montreal, so that gives me a lot of confidence, and I think that I'm playing really a lot of confidence, my best tennis right now, and I'm just going to fight whatever it is, Mary Jo or Seles on the final.
We were wondering earlier if you should win the U.S. Open, would you get another dog and name him Flushing Meadow?
maybe, but I don't know. I mean, who knows? I won the French Open, and I get a dog, and I call him Roland Garros.
Well, he loved it. We were with him earlier.
I know, and maybe, yeah, if I win, probably I will call him US Open because will be a great and will be good victory.
Look out, we're going to need a kennel out here pretty soon. Back to you, Tim.